They say life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Shamim Alu is literally a walking miracle. Today she stands tall and independent, a contrast to who she was barely 2 years ago. Shamim was at the rooftop of the Westgate Mall when what everyone initially thought was a robbery almost snuffed life out of her.
I remember being on the periphery of this crowd, and there was a little boy who sort of got lost. He'd sort of separated from everybody, and I said to him, "Stay with me," because he looked lost, and he did. And I remember, the first thing I remember is a bang, and I felt this. I looked down and I saw the hole in my arm. Put my hand in my back, and it was wet, so I knew I'd been shot.
Shamim was shot 5 times and had grenade shrapnel embedded in her body. She lay on the ground waiting for help for over 4 hours.
I didn't want to look at the ground because I remember it was really sad to look down. You know, there was all sorts of things there. And so I kept my vision on the trees because there's some beautiful trees there. I thought, well, you know, if I make it, because there was moments when I thought I might not make it. So I prepared myself. I covered myself completely and prayed to God and said, you know what, if my time's here, it's here now and I'm ready. And but I also looked at the trees and I thought, if I come through, I get to do something with the trees. My parents were both farmers. I thought I'd do something with the trees.
Help did come in the form of Red Cross and other volunteers. Shamim's healing began immediately she woke up from an extensive surgery.
I asked the doctor, have I got a bag? And he said, no. He said, you're hurt pretty bad and you have a tough journey ahead of you, but you don't have a bag. I said, right then, I forgive the people who shot me. And he said, I'm sorry? I said, yeah. I forgive the people who hurt me. Because I had enough injuries and enough pain to take care of. I wasn't going to carry the people or the person who shot me or threw the grenade or devised this attack on my back.
Today, Shamim is fully recovered, albeit the grenade shrapnel that she has to live with. Out of her experience, she chose to help others overcome the trauma.
We all have anger in us. We all have hate. We all have so much that we don't need on a daily basis. So I came up with the idea that, you know, I was going to plant trees for peace and give hope where there's no hope. Be an ambassador from my country as a Kenyan for world peace. And I can confidently say that too. I've been there and I know the effects of peace. And Trees for Peace came from there. So I make people write a letter of forgiveness to themselves and forgive the people who hurt you. And there's healing in that. That's been my journey.
Over 2,000 trees later and many lives filled with hope, Shamim is grateful that she bears the scars of September 21st, 2013.
Would I be doing trees the way I'm doing them today with a message for hope and for peace? No. I needed to be shot to understand the power and the impact of peace. Otherwise, my message was watery. I believed in it, but I didn't live through it. Now I've lived through it.
For Women in Power, my name is Gladys Gachanja.